Hello, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, and welcome to episode 1 of Real Talk for Lightworkers. So, this is my new little project that I am super excited to share with you. So, the intention behind these Real Talk for Lightworkers videos is to provide a space where everyone out there who knows that they're called to do something on this planet, who feels that they might be an empath or a healer or a witch or any archetype that you identify with, and you know that you're here for a reason, you know you're here for a purpose, you have something to do here, and you have blocks, okay? You have struggles. You have things that are holding you back. You have questions. You're going through enlightenment experiences that you don't understand or that are weird and creepy. And you feel like you're kind of isolated and alone in your awakening / lightworking process. So these videos are going to be way less about, kind of explaining things, okay? There's going to be a lot more assumed knowledge in these videos, assumed experience in these videos than my other videos that are kind of more instructional. And really the purpose of these videos is to completely rip the cover off lightworking and all the things that go on in the awakening process and all the things that go on for lightworkers that is really so often out there just like not talked about. And I want to provide a space where you, the overt or covert lightworker who is on your awakening journey, has a place to come to get a fucking pep talk, okay? To get your questions answered, to feel like you're not alone in what you're going through, and to just literally simply have a space so that you can come and talk to other people and get messages that make you feel like you're not crazy, okay? So my motivation behind making these videos is a couple of things, okay? Number one, when I was going through like the more beginning / middle phases of my kind of life, basically, I felt completely isolated and alone in what I was going through, okay? I was having experiences, I was having feelings, I was having thoughts, I was having all of these things go on in my life and inside myself that I literally couldn't talk to anybody about because no one really understood what was going on with me, okay? And no one really could hold my hand, in a sense. No one could explain to me what was going on. And, through that process, I'm totally grateful for my process that I've been through so far. However, it was really isolating, and I felt really crazy, and honestly, I feel like there were a lot of times on my journey, if someone had just come up and been like, this is normal, or this is what's happening, or this little explanation, things would have been a lot easier, okay? And so I genuinely want to provide that for everyone else out there who's going through the same thing, because I know I'm not the only one, and I know that you're not the only one, all right? And the second thing is there are so many misconceptions out there about what it means to wake up, what it means to be a light worker, what it means to be an empath, what it means to be sensitive, what it means to be spiritual, what it means to be all of these things. And I feel like for everyone out there who's really wanting to do something in this world, and you might know what you want to be doing and you don't know how to do it, or you know that you want to do something but you don't really even know what it is, or if you're just going through like an inner journey, like you know that you're waking up and like these things are happening to you and it seems really paranormal and it seems really out of the box and you feel kind of freaky, we need to come together, okay? You need a community, and there's no reason why in today's day and age, with technology and with everything that we have, that we need to walk this path alone, all right? So this is the intention behind these videos, okay? We are going to blow the lid off everything. There's absolutely nothing here that's going to be off limits, all right? So these are not going to be your basic kind of like self-love instructional videos, all right? These are going to be like real things that are happening. These are going to be far more esoteric than you're probably used to seeing. We're going to come out of the closet, okay, with what's happening to us, what we're going through, and we're going to come together so that we can accelerate our process together, all right? So that's what these videos are about. That's what these videos are for. They are not, so like I said, they're going to be a little bit more assumed knowledge, less kind of explaining stuff. I'm going to be coming from a place of assuming you already have it within yourself to go look inside and find answers and find solutions, and that you have some empowerment, because I know that you do, okay? And I'm going to be speaking to you as a master, all right? I'm going to be speaking to you as an equal. I am going to be speaking to you assuming you already have the capacity for everything that I'm going to say. And that is because you do, all right? You do. You are not disempowered. You are not weak. You are not confused. You are not unwilling to find this information on your own. That's not what this is about, okay? This is simply about us coming together and normalizing this stuff, okay? Because there are so many of us out there who are waking up, okay? Light workers are coming into the planet in droves, all right? And we gotta, like I said, we have to come out of the closet. So let's do it together, all right? So in this first episode, now that that's kind of out of the way, the first thing that I want to share with you is this thing that I've been seeing a lot in the community of people who are waking up, is that, like I say, there are so many of us who are on our awakening journey because we're so sensitive, okay? Because you're so sensitive, because you're so able to tune into what's going on with the people around you, and because you are loving and gracious and compassionate, and your boundaries are rather leaky, right? As a sensitive healer, light worker person, you have to understand that this means that your boundaries are leakier than other people, meaning you have a harder time discerning where you start and where someone else stops, and where someone else stops and you start. You see what I'm saying here? And this causes you to want to shift and mold and change yourself in order to make everyone comfortable, okay? And in so doing, because there's that part of you, right, that loves everyone so much you don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. You want to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You want to provide a space for everyone to say their piece and feel powerful. And at the same time, being a light worker on this planet means you're here to stir shit up, okay? So probably from the very beginning of your life, you've noticed that you've made people uncomfortable just by being who you are. Just by your presence in the room, that you stir things up. You're like an emotional barometer. You are the one who cannot pretend that everything is fine when it isn't. You are the one that points out the thing that everyone is pretending that they don't want to look at. And in doing that, because again, right, you see what's going on and what needs to change, but at the same time, you love everyone so much, and you feel the angst and the discomfort that everyone else is feeling, and how people are so resistant to change and looking at things, right? Because they're scared, right? You feel people's fear, and you sense, okay, here's what's going on, but here's the fear. And so in this kind of like battle that goes on, right, you lose yourself. All right, so this is the first thing that I wanted to talk about, because this is going to set the foundations for all the rest of these talks, okay? And that is this. As a light worker, as someone who is sensitive, as someone with leaky boundaries, understand that, yeah, you're having an experience that most people are not having, okay? When you are around people and everything that they are thinking and feeling and saying and everything that you're reading between the lines is absolutely coming into your field, and you're feeling completely overwhelmed, and you feel completely disempowered, right? You feel like you can't do anything to upset anyone because you really don't want to upset anybody, and you feel so powerless and taken advantage of, and like everyone else must have the right answer because you're crazy and you don't know what you're talking about for yourself. That's normal. That's how we start as light workers, okay? It's when we don't know how to use the leaky boundaries and we don't know how to live with those leaky boundaries, that's what it feels like. Okay, you're going to feel completely disempowered. You're going to feel completely helpless to defend yourself. You're going to feel like you have to do all this stuff for everybody else. You're going to feel like so afraid to disappoint people, so afraid to rock the boat, but at the same time, you can't help but rock the boat, right? Just you walking into the room, you notice that people react. So this is the first thing. You need to stop listening to what other people tell you you need to do with your life. Okay? No more shoulds. No more allowing other people to project their perspective and their desire of you onto you. Okay? This is your first task as an awakening light worker who's going to step into your power. Is you need to realize that you and only you know what's right for you on your path in your life. Okay? And the second thing you need to understand is that you, by your very nature, are going to make people uncomfortable. You are going to make people uncomfortable. You're going to do things that they're going to tell you not to do. Okay? By your very nature, as a light worker, you are here to expand things. You are here to go places other people have not gone before. You are here to expand the perceptions of human potential. Okay, we need to understand that being a light worker doesn't mean going around and, planting flowers and planting trees and being smiley and happy and making everyone feel good about themselves. Okay? A much larger part of what being a light worker is expansion. It's more or less expansion, which is scary to a world in fear. So what you are doing by your very being here is freaking everyone out because you are causing expansion where everyone else is afraid and wants to hunker down. All right? So this is why people can't give you good advice. Okay? Unless you're talking to another empowered light worker who also understands what expansion looks like and is not afraid of you and what you bring. So remembering that people aren't afraid of you, right? They're not really bothered by you. They're bothered by the energy that you bring, the expansion energy that you carry. And like I said, even if you're totally disempowered and you don't feel like you have expansion energy and you're not even saying anything, you're not even doing anything, you're doing your very best to fit into society, doesn't matter. You carry it. You carry the expansion energy. And so it disrupts things because we're all connected. And even the most disharmonic, insensitive people can sense that there's something about you that's rocking the boat. All right? And so this is the key. All right? You need to start to own and embrace and accept the fact that you're not going to be able to look to other people to tell you what to do in your life. And you need to own and embrace and accept the fact that many people out there are going to discourage you. They're going to tell you you're crazy. They're going to tell you you don't know what you're talking about. They're going to tell you not to do what you're supposed to do. There are going to be spiritual people, okay? People that you're going to thinking that they're spiritual, thinking that they're wise, thinking that they're tuned in and tapped in, and they're going to try and scare you with shit. Okay, they're going to tell you you don't know what you're doing with your life and that you could make a wrong choice or your vibration is causing the universe to punish you or like ridiculous things like this. All right? And so the main message of this video is you need to start to take that when someone tells you you shouldn't do what you want to do, when someone tells you something scary about your energy or your vibration or that you're calling in some sort of punishment or that the universe isn't going to support you or that you're making a wrong choice or you're doing the wrong thing, you're going off your path. If people tell you you've gone far enough, don't go any farther, any of these things, okay? This is an opportunity for you to take your power back. You need to stop looking to the world to support you. You need to stop looking to the world to encourage you. You need to stop looking to the world to empower you. and realize that every single time someone disempowers you, every single time someone wants to beat you down, every single time someone tells you to stop, tells you you're weird, tells you you're bad, tells you something scary, they are in a state of fear. A true light worker who has something of benefit to offer you is always going to make you feel better about yourself. So that's the key. When you're talking to someone and what they're saying makes you feel terrible about yourself, makes you feel doubt, makes you feel bad, makes you feel wrong, makes you feel punished, makes you feel superstitious, check that. Okay? No more, oh, okay, I must be totally off track. No more, wow, I totally don't know what I'm talking about. You have to take your power back. If it feels like shit inside your body when someone says something to you, listen to your body. Listen to yourself. The best gift the world can give you right now, and especially this year, okay? You're gonna run into this over and over and over and over and over again until you get this, okay? The best gift the universe can give you is a whole bunch of disempowering people in your life, okay? The reason for that is because when the universe gives you a whole bunch of disempowering people in your life, you have one of two choices. You can quit and listen to everyone and give up on yourself and choose to believe that everyone around you is right and you are wrong and you don't know what you're talking about, and you can feel confused and lost and victimized and all that stuff. That's one choice. Or you can say, this is an opportunity for me to go inside and find that strength and figure my shit out for myself. Because here's the thing, as a light worker, as someone who's going to be on the leading edge of consciousness, as someone who is here to expand things, you won't be able to look at the aggregate. You won't be able to look around you for support. You're not going to be able to look around you and see what everyone else is doing and make sure you're in alignment with that. Because you're not meant to be in alignment with that. You're not supposed to be doing what everyone else is doing. You're not supposed to be thinking what everyone else is thinking. You're not supposed to be seeing the world the way everyone else is seeing the world. So if you keep trying to fit in, and you keep trying to look for your tribe and the people who are seeing things the way that you're seeing them, and you keep going to spiritual groups that make you feel like shit, and you keep talking to spiritual people that tell you that you're crazy or that the universe is punishing you or whatever, you're gonna set yourself off track. Okay? You're gonna confuse yourself and you're gonna disempower yourself. Okay? You need to start to go inside for your answers. You need to start to realize that no one has it for you. Other people can confirm what you know, okay? People can expand upon what you know for you. People can help kind of awaken something that you're already kind of seeing. But if someone is coming to you and being like, yo, you're way off track, and that feels terrible, you need to listen to yourself. You need to listen to yourself, okay? So this year is all about taking your power back. Stop looking outside. When people say things to you that feel like shit, when people discourage you on your path, when people tell you this is wrong and you're gonna incur curses or something ridiculous like this, and it feels terrible, don't take that on like, oh yeah, it feels terrible because they're right and I need to change. No. Trust yourself. It feels terrible because they're wrong. They're wrong. Okay? It feels terrible because they're wrong. You need to start to trust yourself. All right? So that's my first message. No more handing your power away to people around you. You have the answers. And it's going to be very, very common that the answer that you have, other people aren't going to like. They're not going to support. They're not going to understand. You're not going to have a whole bunch of cheerleaders. You're not going to have a whole bunch of people telling you that you're on the right path. It's not going to happen. You need to let go of that idea, okay? You need to understand that 99.99% of the people are going to tell you that you're crazy. They're going to tell you that you don't know what you're doing. They're going to tell you that you're wrong. They're going to tell you that you're bad because they're scared, and that's okay. You love them. They're not bad. They're not bad people. It doesn't matter. It's like no judgment, right? But then you empower yourself. Okay? Stop looking for the world to support you. It's not going to right now. All right? So questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Things that you're struggling with, things that you're experiencing, just let no holds bar. Okay? Let's talk about absolutely everything. There's nothing off limits. I want to talk about all of it. Okay? So I'll see you next week for episode 2. And until then, have a great week. Mwah!